windshield problems, let's go ahead and take care of them. All right, guys, so we're gonna go ahead and replace our windshield. I know it's kind of dirty, but you guys can kind of see the crack right there. Has a big ass crack right here. I don't know about you guys tell me in the comments, but I've always had problems with this truck leaking through this gasket. It usually just has this rubber strip because these windows are not glued on. It goes onto this gasket. So I usually have to put silicone all the way around it like this. I know it looks kind of ugly and stuff like that, but that's the only way that I can get it to stop leaking. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go ahead and remove and prepare that surface because they're going to come tomorrow to replace both windshields. This other windshield has like a little crack on the side. So they just said that they're just going to go ahead and replace it or whatever. But I'm going to go ahead and get all that stuff off to make it easier on the technician because I've replaced them before. And if I don't do that, they're going to charge me extra. So we're going to go ahead and take all that silicone off and prepare the surface so that they can put those windows in for tomorrow. All right, the first thing we're going to do is remove these windshield washers. Not windshield washers, the wipers. So get them out of the way. I hate changing my windshields just because of this reason. Because it's just a pain in the ass having to take all this silicone and stuff off. It's not very, very fun. At all. But, well, it is what it is. So we got this cleaned up. This is what I was talking about. See, this right here, that's the channel all along through there. And right here is where the windshield just slides through. Just up here as well, look. See, it has that channel. So basically all they do is just they put some suction cups here and they pull it out and then it goes into that little groove, this little groove right here. So normally what I do, this is where I fill in the silicone all the way around it. But I was able to get it free now to where they'll be able to pull it out because the problem is that I replaced that gasket like about, I think like 2 years ago or whatever. I'll try to see if I can find a pic on when they replaced it or whatever. But before, when they were trying to put the windshield on, they would just pull it. And the last time that they did that, when they pulled it right here, they went ahead and actually took this rubber seal away from the frame. So I had to replace this seal just because this was so, you know, it kind of acts like glue and stuff. So that's why I always prepare it so that doesn't happen again. And I went ahead and just filled all this in because it's like a flap here. I just wanted to be preventative. I didn't want to get no water in there because when I originally got this truck, it was leaking water through here like crazy in there. And, well, we don't want to damage none of that stuff. So that's the reason why we did that. Here in the bottom, I'm going to go ahead and leave it like this is a seal. But right here in the bottom, I don't have to take none of this off. It's just in the channel where it goes in. So that's what we're doing. Now we got to go ahead and do it on that side too. We have one right here. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's kind of like a little bullseye. It hasn't ran. And I know that there's another one right here. I don't know if the camera catches it. It's right there. And it hasn't ran. But they decided that they're going to go ahead and replace it. So all that holds that in, guys, is just this rubber thing right here. And it just creates that tension to it. See? It just pulls off like this. And then they'll just put it back on. And that's what creates the pressure. But I don't think it creates enough pressure to where it'll be good. So we're going to do the same thing on this side just to make it easier on the tech. And mainly so that I don't have to pay more money. You know what I'm saying? This is going to go through insurance. I just got that insurance call that they're going to go ahead and approve everything. So that's good. Man, guess I'm going to have to get another one of these stickers now. That's okay. We need to have some new windshields because they're pretty bad. But I'm gonna go ahead and working on this one, and probably your next frame will be when they're installing the windshield. Get deal. All right, guys, now comes the inside part. Gotta remove all my towels because sometimes it was seeping through. See how I have to put some of that stuff in there? But right here, I just got it on the bead where it meets the metal part, not on the window itself, so I don't have to remove none of that. We gotta take all our cameras off. Get them out of the way. Get this towel out of the way. A lot of crap, man. When I first got the truck right here, it would like gush water like all over my dash, and your SAM cab is right here, so all that water was going in there. I mean, it doesn't do it now, but this is the preventative measures that I have to take in order for that not to happen. I'm just gonna take all these clips off from my cameras. See if I can. In fact, yeah, I'll do that. I'll put double-sided tape on these. Ooh, I've had these dash cams forever, guys, and they work pretty good. 1080p, I mean, it's not 4K or nothing, but they work pretty good. I'd rather have enough cameras than not enough. You know what I'm saying? Here's the Nexar that I use. It's pretty good. This one's also 1080p. They sell one that's 4K, but when I bought that camera, the reason why I didn't get it was because you had to have like a subscription to where you can monitor them, and I really didn't want to do that, so I opted not to. But you guys can really see the crack from in here now. There's one right there, and then it hit right here where the sticker's at. Sticker. And then this big ass crack right here. Hopefully the camera picks it up, but it's like all the way down here. Gotta get my mount off. This bad boy sticks on like crazy. It's got like some gooey stuff. Look. And that's what I use for my phone mount. But I think you guys can see the crack there. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and wait on these guys to get this done. I know it's like a lot more steps than which a normal driver has to take. I wish I didn't have to. I mean, it should just be remove that strip, pop the windshields in, put that strip back, and you're good to go. But again, in this particular truck, since I picked it up in 2016, it's never been that way. It's always been to where when they put the gasket on, I gave it a shot. I was like, I'm not gonna put no silicone or nothing around it. It was still leaking inside. Then I put it all the way on the outside, it was still leaking inside. So that's when I had to go inside that little groove, like where the glass sits, and fill it up with silicone. But then now every time I gotta change my windshield, I gotta go through this procedure, and it's a pain in the ass. But you know how it is, like whenever you get like the weather crazy and it's raining like crazy, the last thing you wanna be doing is dealing with leaks, because at that point you can't do nothing about it. It's like you literally just have to wait until it dries out and try to patch it up with some silicone or something, you know what I mean? So we're gonna get both of these windshields replaced, and then we will get you guys back on here whenever they're here installing them. Hopefully everything goes good. Good morning, YouTube. So I went ahead and went to my truck here in the morning, and the guys were there with the windshield or whatever, and they were explaining to me that I have a little bit of bad news, but it might be good news, you know what I mean? So, if you guys watched the video up until now, I explained yesterday on how I have so much trouble replacing the windshields because they always leak, right? That I always have to put glue and stuff. So he stated the obvious that that's not the correct way to do it. That I shouldn't have to do that, which I know that. But the last time they replaced the gasket, it still leaked anyway. So he was like, you know what, brother? I tell you what, we're because I'm doing this through insurance, right? He's like, we're gonna go ahead and contact your insurance, so that we can get this repaired correctly. We can put a new gasket in there so that you don't have to be going through all this crap of putting silicone. Like, you shouldn't have to do that. If it's installed correctly, it should be watertight. He's like, we stand behind our work and we'll guarantee that this will not leak. So I said, man, you will make my life so much easier if you're able to fix it the correct way, because I don't like having to do this, but I do it because I don't have a choice, right? We need to make sure that it doesn't leak. But if you're able to get it to go through, which they should, because the insurance paid for it the last time, but he was telling me that they installed it incorrectly. So I don't know, right? I'm not a windshield guy, but I said, if you're able to fix it the correct way where I don't have to put silicone or anything around it and it doesn't leak, I'm a happy guy. Alright guys, they got it done. As you guys can see, they didn't put none of that goopy stuff that I put in it. So that's the way the gaskets should be under normal circumstances. I mean, it looks nice and tight. I'm hoping and praying, cross the fingers, man, that this thing doesn't leak, because they did it the same way last time. I know that they used different type of glue. So what the guy was explaining to me is that there's some urethane that that they use that cures in 30 minutes. So it sets the gasket and it just cures it in there a lot faster. And I do remember when I went to that other place, the guy told me that I couldn't move for like, I think it was like 6 or 8 hours. So when I told them that, them being professional windshield guys, right? They were like, that was probably the problem. They used the wrong urethane, because it shouldn't take, 8 hours to cure. This one cures in 30 minutes and you're good to go. So I'm hoping that maybe that's what it was, where it wasn't set. But yeah, it's looking pretty good. So I went ahead and got the inside set up. Got my dash cam. I gave one of these cameras to my wife. And that's where you guys are going to sit on the camera that you guys are seeing right now. So they went ahead and put a little bit of bead right there as well. I mean, there's no indentations or anything there. Everything looks pretty good, you know what I mean? I'm hoping that that seals it off. But anyhow, you guys, like, this is the stuff that an owner operator has to deal with sometimes, so we're ready to rock and roll for tomorrow. This was pretty much the last thing that I needed to get done. And the guys were pretty professional. And it's yet to be seen. I'm gonna go ahead. The real test is gonna be once we go through a rainstorm to make sure nothing leaks, right? But I mean, it's looking like if they did a very good job. So I'm really hoping that definitely fixed the problem. Once we go through that rainstorm or whatever, then I'll either recommend them or not recommend them. You know what I'm saying? Like, they did say that if for whatever reason it does leak, that I can definitely bring it back, and then they'll either do it all over again or try to figure out what's going on. But as far as any damage like to the window well, there was no damage or anything, so more than likely it was just that wrong urethane or whatever. But anyhow, guys, I'm not going to keep you much longer. This was just my daily vlog of my daily life out here, and I hope you guys enjoyed this small little video. And if you did, give me a thumbs up, share the content, consider subscribing, make sure you put your comments down below, and we'll catch you guys on the next one. You all stay safe. Peace out.
Like, share, and subscribe.